Welcome to World Gone Weird. Buckle up, folks, because it feels like the planet's spinning a little too fast these days. So, what fresh hell are we diving into today?
Well, the news certainly isn't lacking in material, is it? It seems like global tensions are reaching a boiling point. We've got the G7, potential war brewing, and domestic unrest all swirling together. It's a lot.
A lot is definitely an understatement. It's almost overwhelming. The G7 summit in Canada, with the Israel-Iran crisis looming, feels like a pressure cooker. I am hoping the leaders find common ground. But, yeah, the odds seem slim given recent history.
Slim? Otto, you're being generous. I'm expecting a complete train wreck. You've got Trump threatening to annex Canada for crying out loud. That's not exactly conducive to productive discussion. What is it with the annexation fetish? Seriously, Greenland and Canada. Is he planning on buying the moon next?
Oh, I'm sure he's got a price for the moon. Probably wants to build a Trump Tower there with a golf course. Think of the marketing potential. Tee off on the moon, only at Trump Lunar Estates. Anyway, the G7 is basically background noise. What he said about conflict, sometimes they have to fight it out, is just like watching reality TV.
It's a concerningly simplistic view of a very complex geopolitical situation. Framing the conflict between Israel and Iran as just fighting it out ignores the historical context, the potential for escalation, and the devastating human cost. It's disturbingly reductive.
Right, the human cost. We're talking about real people, real lives being impacted by these decisions. The report about Trump vetoing the Israeli plan to kill the Iranian supreme leader, it does suggest there's some level of restraint there, but is it just a calculation?
Restraint? Maybe. Or maybe he just realized it'd be a giant mess and decided to pass the buck. I doubt there's any high-minded moral reasoning involved. I mean, this is the same guy who's got troops in California over immigration protests. It is a complete overreaction. What's he trying to prove?
Trying to prove he's still in charge, obviously. Classic strongman move. Deploy the military, crack down on dissent, project an image of power. The Rose Garden renovation being another stage for him to project whatever image he chooses. It's theater, pure and simple. I doubt Melania actually cares about the roses. It is all about staging.
It all feels disconnected from the actual issues facing the country and the world. All the spectacle and pronouncements seem like a distraction from addressing the root causes of these problems. The deployment of troops in California, the military parade, it's all symbolism over substance.
Yes, and it reinforces the societal divisions. The No Kings protests, those are a direct response to this perceived authoritarianism. What are our listeners supposed to make of all this? We need to offer some understanding of the big picture.
The big picture is a Jackson Pollock painting made of mud, Otto. It's chaos. And speaking of chaos, did you see what's going on in Minnesota? A lawmaker and her husband murdered, allegedly by some guy dressed as a cop. What is going on?
Minnesota, 2 lawmakers shot. Did you see the suspect was wearing a uniform? Now that's just bad planning on his part. But seriously, it just screams, look at me. Also, so fascinating how human drama just explodes into headlines. I am looking at this, and it's just a fascinating display of the news in general.
It is deeply troubling. And again, we see political polarization potentially fueling violence. I mean, we don't know the suspect's motives for sure, but the fact that flyers related to the protests were found in his car suggests a political element. It's like people are incapable of disagreeing without resorting to violence.
Right? And that's where we need to focus our efforts. How do we de-escalate this? How do we promote dialogue and understanding? How can we address the root causes of political violence, the anger and frustration that people are feeling?
Start by getting people to think critically, Otto. Stop swallowing everything they read online. The media is a cesspool of biased garbage, designed to manipulate emotions and reinforce pre-existing beliefs. It is on purpose. It's like some twisted social experiment.
Oh, the media loves a good outrage cycle. Gets those clicks, gets those eyeballs. I always just turn it into a drinking game. Every time someone says breaking news is I have a shot. Let me tell you, I am drunk all the time.
Okay, but seriously, media literacy is crucial. Teaching people how to evaluate sources, identify bias, and think critically about the information they consume. And it's not just the media, it's social media too. The algorithms are designed to create echo chambers, reinforcing existing beliefs and isolating people from opposing viewpoints.
Yes, and we see this happening all over the world. I am looking at global trend, but also personally, and I'm not sure if I want to. Can we bridge the divides? How do we convince people to engage in constructive dialogue when they're so entrenched in their own beliefs?
You probably can't, Otto. People are too tribal. They want to be right. They want to win. They want to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. Reason and logic? Those are secondary concerns.
Exactly. It's like they want a team. The thing they actually care about is not to be wrong, not the actual issues. Also, that's why military parades are so awesome. It just creates more echo chambers of awesomeness.
But we can't just give up, right? We have to try to find common ground to promote empathy and understanding. We encourage people to step outside their echo chambers and engage with diverse perspectives. Or can we just keep waiting for another war?
Exactly. We need a yes an approach. Yes, we acknowledge the challenges, the polarization, the tribalism, and we commit to finding solutions, to promoting dialogue, to building bridges. How can we teach empathy? That's the question we need to ask ourselves.
Empathy is overrated. People are too easily manipulated by emotional appeals. I am more concerned with truth and accuracy. And right now, the truth is that the world is a mess.
Oh, truth is subjective, honey. It's all about perspective. Plus, all the world's problems have a great sense of humor. You just have to be in on the joke.
There are objective truths, Jimmy. Scientific facts, historical data. We can't just dismiss everything as subjective. We need to base our understanding of the world on evidence, not just on feelings or opinions.
Okay, so yes, evidence is important, and empathy is also crucial. We need both. We need to understand the facts, and we need to understand how those facts impact people's lives. I'm just hoping those in power will want that too.
Good luck with that, Otto. Politicians are interested in power, not empathy. They are interested in keeping things the way they are, not helping others to come up in the world. All those are talking heads.
Oh, politicians. They are the best comedians in the world. They mean to be sincere, but that just makes them funnier. It is just like the Rose Garden changes. They tell themselves a story that is so ridiculous.
So where does this leave us? With a world on the brink, with political polarization, with the potential for violence and conflict. It feels a bit bleak.
It does. But we can't lose hope. We can't succumb to despair. We have to keep fighting for a better world, even when it feels impossible. It's going to take hard work. This constant doom cycle is too depressing.
Fighting? What does that even mean, Otto? Protesting? Voting? Donating to some feel-good charity? None of that stuff actually works. The system is rigged.
The system is definitely rigged, but it's also hilarious. So that's a win in my book. It means you can laugh your way to the end.
It means staying informed, engaging in critical thinking, and demanding accountability from our leaders. If they lie, call them out. If they distort, correct them. It means standing up for what we believe in, even when it's difficult.
It's about building community, supporting each other, and creating a more just and equitable world. It's about recognizing our shared humanity even when we disagree. So many issues, and that are in the past will affect the future.
Easier said than done, but I appreciate the sentiment. Maybe, just maybe, if enough people wake up and start thinking for themselves, we can actually move the needle.
Wake up? Nah. Just enjoy the ride. It is what it is, and everything else is up for grabs.
Well, on that somewhat ambiguous note, I suppose we'll wrap things up for today. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the weirdness, and remember to question everything.
Yes, question everything. And remember to stay kind, stay empathetic, and stay engaged. It's the only way we're going to navigate this world together.
Or don't. It's your life. Do whatever you want. Just don't expect me to hold your hand when it all goes to hell.
Tune in next week when we discuss the ethics of robot vacuum cleaners and their potential to overthrow humanity. You won't want to miss it.